All right, Uncle Dave fans, welcome back to another edition of Fishing with Uncle Dave. This week we're going up to Clements Barge up at the Mississippi up in Genoa, Wisconsin. Okay, I'm headed for the Mississippi River tomorrow to fish off the barge. And I'm just going over what I'm taking with me. I've got a bottom bouncer on a heavy jig with a hair jig on it. I've got the a perch deal. It's got the 2 hooks on it. You can only use that at once. You can only have 2 hooks in the water. I've got the just a sinker to walk the bottom and just to have a bottom bouncer kind of like here. I got a 3-way rig set up here. I got a 3-way rig set up there. I've got another one here with a different color hook just for, you know, setting close to the bottom. And then I've got a sucker rig hooked up for northern. So I think that should just about take care of it. I've got 3/8 ounce on some and an ounce on some of the others. I think it should be okay. But anyway, that's what we're going to be taking with us over at Genoa, Wisconsin, Mississippi River, and Clements Barge. All right, it's our first time in the river. We realized I didn't have the right sinkers on, so we switched over to Captain Hook's there, River Rigs. We got them right there at Captain Hook's bait shop, right there, real close to where the Clements Barge is. You can go in there and pick up whatever you need to get there. Nice little bait shop they have there. Anyway, this picture of it is it's actually a pool 9 where you're fishing. And they have a real nice setup there. You know, you come over it and they pick you up. They start at 7 o'clock in the morning hauling people over. The first day we got there a little late, but it was a beautiful day. We looked down, people are fishing all along the bank there. And of course, Uncle Dave didn't take long, and I made a little friend here. He come up and showed me and talked to me about him and his grandpa, what they was fishing, and showed me his perch. And they were doing pretty good just for an afternoon. And shout out to Grandpa, got his kids out. That's wonderful, man. You guys are doing great up there. You know, get them kids out fishing. You know, they love to go too, and let them run around, see things going on around them, and of course keep an eye on them. But you know, Uncle Dave always seems to get them to come to me, and we sure had a good time talking about fishing. All right, they came and picked us up in the boat. We're headed across the barge. In that place, I tell you what, is a busy during the perch jerking. Here we are at Clements Barge. It's about 6:45. We've been standing here for about 20 minutes, and you can see there's a little bit of line. And these folks start getting here pretty early. But they'll load them up and we'll start heading out here at 7 o'clock. So we just got a few more minutes, but yeah, it's a pretty popular area. Okay, we get out there the second day, the sun pops out, man, it's good. The perch are there, they're biting. Of course, the northern pike, they're in there chasing those perch. So Brenda got her a good old northern on a minnow. And we were surprised to see this jig was stuck in that fish. It hadn't been there long because it wasn't rusty. So somebody during there was trying to perch fish, and that dude came through and got snagged up. But we got that, and she got him, and boy, I tell you what a day we had. Like I said, sun popped out, the fish were biting. We got a great big old basket full of fish here. We had a great day out there in Clements Barge. With 5 o'clock, it's all over. They bring you back. Then you go up the stairs, and there's a lot of stairs. Let me warn you, there's a lot of stairs. And there's also trains. So watch out for the trains. They're going through. It's a busy place. At the end of day 2, we had a pretty good haul that day. The perch were biting, like I said, the northern were there, the walleye, the sauger, everything was biting good. All right, now we move on to day 3. It ended up being 83 degrees that day, but the fish were there, people there. The fish were still biting. We did good. The walleye and sauger were still there. And everybody's wanting to know the difference between a walleye and a sauger. Well, right here's a perfect example. The sauger's got the dots on his back. The walleye does not have dots on his back. And there's Brenda with another nice little northern. And here I am cupping up a couple of jumbos. I'm telling you what, the fishing there on Clements Barge sometimes is absolutely amazing. A nice basket for that day, too. Mixed basket. A nice gentleman snapped our picture. You know, we was up there. Just, you know, had a good time. And there's the basket full we had on that last day. I'm telling you what, the fishing up there is wonderful. Well, we came home. It's been a week. We went back. We stayed at Water's Edge Marina. And what a place. All right, here me and Brenda are on the Mississippi River. We are in Stoddard, Wisconsin. And we're right here at our hotel. And if you look, we have got ducks, and more ducks. There's one single female. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 males chasing her. And if you look out in the river, I mean, there is just hundreds of ducks out there, hundreds of them. There's a whole bunch of them just right here in the cove with us, in the backwater here. bunch of little diving ducks. They're diving up and down. They're swimming all over, but they're very quiet. We don't hear any quacking. But if you, like I said, just look down the river. I mean, there's probably close to 1,000 birds out there, maybe more. Anyway, we're up here. We're doing some fishing on the Clements Barge. Over there, we caught a nice limit of walleye and sauger yesterday. My wife did. And here we are. We're going to letting it kind of calm down again today, and we're going to head out here in just a little bit. But here's a good look at where we're at and what's going on up here. All right, Uncle Dave fans, it's like I said, it's been a week. The weather has really changed. The river came up, I don't know, 7, 8 feet. It came up, I guess it was. It had a lot of snow and rain up north of us. But like I said, here we are at that place we stayed at, the river's edge, and it was beautiful, the water's edge. And you can just see how, it's just so tranquil, it's so beautiful. If you get a chance, go up there in Stoddard, Wisconsin, and get up there on the Mississippi River. It is so beautiful, folks. I'll tell you what, it's even nice. It's like 3 hours from us, so it's a beautiful place for us to go on a short drive. But the weather, be careful. Like I said, last week was 83. This week it's like 17 degrees, and we got snow. The fish kind of shut off, and also there on the Mississippi Lock and Dam, it is a working lock and dam. The barges go through, and it's amazing to watch those guys go through. Eagles are all over. They're everywhere. And there's a special deal. I caught a brown trout. That's only the second trout that's been caught all year from Clements Barge. Now here we are back to the ducks again. Ducks, and more ducks. Jeez, there's even more. There's even a couple more coming. Good Lord, I wish they would come by on this side. That'd be cool right in front of you. Yeah, I didn't see them come over here, so that must be, maybe they spend the night there, huh? And this is what it looks like. I'm looking out from where I'm sitting in this little, they got a real nice little island out here you can come out here and sit on. You can see it's just amazing here. There's just ducks everywhere you look. Yeah, well, here it is, April the 2nd. And it's absolutely beautiful out here. Get off your butt, get out and do something. It's beautiful out here. Okay, Uncle Dave fans, we're coming to the close of another adventure here. We are in Stoddard, Wisconsin. We were going to stay one more day, but the river has came up about 8 feet, and the fish have pretty much shut off. They're really scattered, and it's also rose 9 degrees this last 2 weeks, last week and a half anyway. And so that's pretty much scattered them out. And for Clements Barge right now, it's tough fishing, but we still picked them up. We end up with right at a limit of walleye and sauger again this week for the last couple of days we was here. But anyway, I said we'll leave you this shot here of Stoddard, Wisconsin on the Mississippi River. All right, Uncle Dave fan, me and Brenda had some great days of fishing up there on Clements Barge. Like I said, we did real good the first couple of days we was there and warmed up. We got some really nice fish. And then, of course, you know, it is Wisconsin. It is April. And the weather will change pretty quick on you. But I tell you what, you can catch a large variety of fish right there off the barge. You never know what you'll get. But we did bring home another nice, pretty much a limit of walleye and sauger again. But like I said, it is 1 week. Here it is in the 50s, 60s, all the way up to 80 degrees. Perch are there, northern there, walleye, sauger, everything's there. We loaded up. We went back, like I said, just a week later. Wasn't even a week, like 5 days. All right, the river rose up all that much. We ended up catching a brown trout out there in that high water. But after we sit out there on the sunshine, got our picture, it started snowing, pushed us back into the hotel there. We watched her snow about 1 inch. Like I said, it got cold, 17 degrees. Wind chills, I don't even know. We waited a little bit longer to go out fishing that day, but hey, it is a great experience. Wonderful area, beautiful place. And I'll tell you what, you can catch some good fish there on the Clements Barge. And also, hey, they make a really good breakfast, a really good lunch, and they got hot coffee. And so at one point, Uncle Dave looked out and counted 32 boats. I tell you, the perk jerking is popular. Uncle Dave fans, let's not forget about my favorite part after we catch the fish, get them all processed up. I got them home, got them thawed out here, and I'll tell you what, we're fixing to put them on some good old olive oil. I got some of my favorite shore lunch there. It's original recipes, what I'm using. I like the beer batter. They also have Cajun. But we got these bluegill all cleaned up. I got some perch fillets in there. And might even be a walleye tour fillet in there, some sauger. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and enjoy one of our favorite parts of going after these fish ourselves and bringing them home. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed our video. And I'll tell you what, you go out there and get you some fresh fish, do this recipe right here, man, you can't go wrong. All right, Uncle Dave fans, the newest member of the Wisconsin's Women's Fishing Club, my wife Brenda, would like to give a shout out to the Wisconsin Women's Fishing Club, and thanks for the tips for the fishing on the Clements Barge. And we'll be looking forward to seeing everybody out in different times. And here's our reward, original or extra crispy.